Claus, are you ready? Are you ready for another episode? Let's talk about Russian tanks. Now, let's just start off by saying that there is no Russian bias in this game. Okay? Just let's get that out of the way immediately. And we're going to watch this Object 907 here, a Russian medium tank. Look at it. It's a reward tank. You can't get it. And we're going to watch Alex the Assassin from the Harm clan. Shout out to you guys! Driving his Object 907 in a platoon with another guy driving an Object 907 and another guy driving another Russian medium tank. Now, these Russian medium tanks, there's 3 of them, tier 10 ones. And there's been a lot of careful work done to balancing these things, right? Now, let's just go through some of the characteristics just to, so that you're all aware. They're all pretty fast, right? They're all pretty maneuverable and fast. Look at them, the 3 of them there. You can wolf pack these things. They're maneuverable and fast, among the fastest and most maneuverable in the game. And they have about the best concealment camo of any medium tanks, tier 10 medium tanks in the game, okay? But to balance that, they're given really good armor. Pretty much all around, but in particular, a very, very strong turrets compared to most other medium tanks, right? Small, rounded, really strong turrets. And to balance that, they're given really fast-firing guns that shoot very quickly, right? And to balance the really fast rate of fire that the guns have, they're given pretty good stats and excellent soft secret stats. In case you don't know what the soft secret stats are, there, all tanks have statistics for the gun. Accuracy, aim time, dispersion, and all that stuff. And you can read all those stats, and you'll see that these Russian medium tanks are, average. There's like the German ones, the Leopard, way better. But then there are these secret stats that kind of balance everything out. And the way it works is if you're, we're just going to watch him use his high rate of fire to do a little bit of damage. The way it works is you have your regular stats for your shooting, your aim time, and your dispersion. And then there's the soft secret stats that balance things. And the way it works is if, for instance, your turret is traversing, then you take your stats and you multiply them by a secret soft stat which penalizes you because your turret is traversing, which makes things less accurate. It makes your aim time. For instance, in a Leopard, if you have 1.8 second aim time, if your turret's traversing, then the secret soft stat makes that 1.8 second aim time like a 10 second aim time. Or if your hull is moving, you have a secret soft stat that penalizes, your hull's moving. You don't have the 1.8 second aim time anymore. You got a 9 second aim time now. Or if you're traversing your hull, the different penalties for different, if you're traversing your hull or moving your turret, there's a penalty. So for instance, if you're driving a Leopard with one of the best aim times in the game and you're moving slightly, your 1.8 second aim time could become like you could never aim, right? Your bloom circle will never get. Your aim time is infinite, so that you will always miss, unless you sit perfectly still in front of your enemies, right? Whereas with these Russian tanks, to balance them, whether you're moving or traversing or driving, your secret soft stat, they don't give a fuck. You're just, you got your regular stats. Your secret soft stat is the best in the game, so that whether you're still or whether you're moving or whether you're flying through the air, your turret is turning, you still have the same aim time and the same dispersion, pretty much, which means you balance things out because with the strong turret and the speed and the high DPM, the fast loading gun, and the great camo, you've got to balance that out so that when you're on the move, you can take shots and never miss, just so that the whole package is one balanced package. And if you get a platoon of 3 of these things, then you can work your way around some enemies and quickly take them out without having to worry about all this, secret soft stat nonsense business and sitting still and sniping, quote unquote, in a bush. it makes the game more balanced, and that is why this Object 907 is a reward tank for some clan activity, so that the players that are the best on the servers can do really well and then be rewarded with an Object 907, which is basically a regular Russian medium tank, but pretty much better in almost every way. And that's, I think that's the thought process, and that kind of so, you know, when you shoot like that, when you're just driving and flipping snap the turret over there, you don't want any of that secret soft stat business getting in the way, because your gun doesn't do as much damage as most other guns. And you want to be able to make every shot count, right? Like snap, snap, snap every 5 or 6 seconds. So the way it all works out is if you're in a clan and your clan does well using the regular Russian medium tanks in Clan Wars, and you rank as one of the best, then you could win and get rewarded with an even better Russian Tier 10 medium tank, the Object 907. And that keeps the game balanced and enjoyable for everyone. And now let's just watch the ending here and watch our hero, Alex the Assassin, as he works on this TD, and he's bounced the shot. And he must be getting frustrated because, I mean, he is circling this guy. Oh, and he makes a little bit of a mistake here, but he's, of course, you know, his armor's held up. Let's see if he can shoot. Yeah, one more shot and he should do this, but oh, the TD makes a move. The TD makes a move, and he's bounced the shot. Now the TD's pushing him so that he's off balance, and he's bounced a shot and killed. That is, and look, he's in the chat now. What? Wow? Are you kidding me? He can't even penetrate. This is ridiculous. These tanks are obviously not powerful enough. I wouldn't be surprised if, we should probably send in a ticket and see if we could get them buffed, because did you see that? He bounced a shot. And now it's going to be up to his buddies here, the other 2 Tier 10 medium tanks to win the game, because, well, that was unexpected. That was ridiculous. I mean, obviously you can't have a tank destroyer stand a chance versus a medium tank, and that's ridiculous. That's just, I mean, I thought everything was balanced, but I've seen it all now. I think all of you should probably send in a ticket and send this game in, because these things obviously need to be buffed. They're not very, to bounce a shot like that at a crucial moment in the game, I think was ridiculous. And that's probably why he was so upset and raging in the chat, because I mean it's completely unexpected, and I mean, it ruins the whole replay, it ruins the gameplay. Thanks for finally winning it. I mean, it was ridiculous that we had to even watch that. The game should have been over minutes ago, right? I mean, anyway, well, let's have a look here and see how these guys did. Looks like they did about, I don't know, 14,000 damage between the 3 of them, which, you know, it's pretty balanced, I think, and made some credits. That's good. And as I said at the beginning, just remember, there's no real Russian bias in this game. It's just, it's very difficult to balance everything, and they have to take into consideration all the characteristics. You know, you have to have some tanks with the best camo, the best speed, the best mobility, the best turret armor, the fastest firing guns, and the best soft stats, and the best armor all around. Because, you know, oh, and the best terrain resistance. I forgot to mention the terrain resistance. They got the best of that too. Because, you know, otherwise it would be chaos. Could you imagine trying to keep track of 5 or 6 or 7 different tanks that excelled in any different aspect of the game? You might as well have just one tank class that has it all, so it's easier to keep track, you know, makes things more straightforward.